Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Carrie's Musings. Happy Friday, everybody. End of the week. TGIF. I hope everybody's doing good out there. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hi, hello, Lynn. Get this copied, pasted, but here we go. Oh, I know what I have to do. Oh, shoot. Come on. No, I don't want to do that. Wow. How soon we forget. How soon we forget. Oh, I know what I have to do. Sorry about the confusion there, buddy. I was sitting looking through U-Haul shorts, looking at Vern, and the time got away with me. And here we are, an hour late. But that's fine. That's fine. After a lovely day, must have wore out. Must have wore it out. Oh, come on. Don't want to cooperate. That's not how I do it either. Yes, it is. There it is. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm doing good, Lynn. How about yourself? Trying to wait for a few more to come in. I've been thinking about a lot of things, and I have a few things to say. Not too much. I wasn't going to come on and stay on long, but there's a few things bugging me. Feeling a little bit antsy. A lot of different things going through my head. Nothing really seriously bad, but it's there. Hi, Italian Princess. How you doing today? I'm doing good. Like I say, there's a few things I want to talk about, and pretty pretty important to all of us. I don't know whether we're all going in the right direction, the wrong direction, scattered direction, but we have to unite. We have to unite. It's pretty discouraging coming on looking at all the live streams and seeing numbers that should be tripled or better. Yeah, it's Friday, end of the week, time for the partying. I've been thinking about all this, thinking about how we can up our numbers. And I think a lot of people got the wrong idea by some of the things I say by growing live streams and helping live streams. And it all comes back to financial. But what I'm talking about, when you look out here, you see Santa driving a truck every day to make money because people does not support. I was looking at 4,000 subscribers. It should be 100,000 or more. You have people doing diddly squat with hundreds of times the numbers. What is wrong? Does nobody care about America? Is that the problem? Does everybody just want it to go down the tubes? I don't know. Let me know. I am fighting this. See Mags with 4,000 subscribers, Aruba with 1,000 subscribers. There's 350 billion people in the United States of America. We aren't even 0.1%. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Something is wrong. And I was looking at my analytics, my own personal analytics, to see the average time that a person's on the channel is 10 minutes. So, in other words, we have to get, and I've seen it, I've checked others too, it's about the same. People are skipping in and out, jumping back and forth, not listening to the full content of any of our broadcasts, none of ours, not watching the full content. That is for sure, Italian. We try our best. We want to get the word out. We try our best. But it seems like nobody cares. Is that the case? I don't know. It's beyond me watching how things are going. This is an important time in our life, and if we don't get the word out, get things changed, we're going to be in one heck of a situation. I mean, you have to be blind not to see what's going on these days. And instead, we go on YouTube and TikTok and all that and see frivolity all over the place. I can't talk either, but that's probably part of the reason. This guy's a dummy. But we are trying to warn people and show them what is going on. And we need to share this big time out everywhere and help each other, arm in arm, united, and get the word out. And it just frustrates me to no end. And it even gets my blood pressure going. I don't know what to think and what to do. Do we mix other things in with it to get the interest going on? I don't have a clue. But I know each and every one of us is trying, and I watch a lot of people and a lot of good content out there. And it seems like the bad content's getting all the attention. And we're sitting on the roadside. That's right. People want drama. They want a Jerry Springer type thing, and we just can't do it with this. We just cannot do it. Hi, Captain Chaplain. Oh, how you doing today? Happy Friday. For all you late, I'm talking about the disappointment of how our movement is slipping and sliding and spinning its wheels, and people not getting the word out or not spreading the word or sharing the word, getting people's numbers up, because I could care less if I make any money. I just want to get the word out. We are in danger. Or danger, Will Robinson, danger. We are in trouble. Our churches are going to the devil. I mean, literally going to the devil, turning their backs on God. Our country has turned its back on God. There's no God in the Democratic Party, and you can see, plain and simple, that it's demonic. It pains me to say that our Democratic Party just pushed God to the side, and now it's demonic. The devil has won. Shame on us. Shame on us. Because we are red, white, and blue. We are the United States of America, or we used to be, but now it is in name only. Name only. It pains me. It just pains me. It's in name only. And personally, I'm not going to take it anymore. But we need to get out there and spread it like wildfire all over the country, because I'm sure out of 350 billion people, we've got at least half of them that are true patriots. At least half, or a third at least. They have to be out there. But we had to get in touch with them. We had to get together. We had to get united and get this thing going and straighten up our country. God bless America. And I'm thinking about it. I'm spending so much time trying to wake people up on the political side. I'm letting my Jesus Lives group page alone and not having time to get on it, because I want to spread the word of God and country to the world. To the world. Hi there, Khalid. Glad to have you with us. That's true, Chaplain. And I try in every which way I can. That we cannot do it. We cannot do it ourselves. We have to depend on God. We have to get out there and let everybody know what's going on, how our country is going down, and how we're losing our freedoms without even noticing it. That's the shame of it all. People just do not get it. They don't see it. A lot of our younger people have never seen true freedom. And I wonder if I've even seen true freedom. This time and point, I begin to doubt myself if I've even seen true freedom at 73 years old. It's pathetic that we've been boombazzled and led this way, and we take it and we don't say anything about it. It's time we let our voices be heard. So everybody, get on your phones, do your thing, talk to people, help out, get the word out. We come in, I see, it's like, I see all of you here. I love each and every one of you. I love all of you. I know everybody one is true patriots. We're all like the choir. We're all united here. But we need to quit singing to the choir and the choir sing out. So come on, guys, let's sing out. Let's make music. Let's let this world know that we're here. Let's let this world know that we care. I know I do. Let's get this done. Each and every one of us. All of us. If you love the Lord, talk about the Lord. God helps us. God is a big part of the United States of America. Everything is based on the Judeo-Christian principles. The whole Constitution, the whole kit and caboodle is on God. We have the right for any religion in this country. Freedom of religion, no matter what you are, no matter what color you are, no matter what nationality you are. We all have our freedom. We're losing our freedoms to talk. We say something, they say it's misinformation. Used to be, we used to discuss things back and forth, but there's no discussion anymore. There's only one way, according to the left, to the demons. We have good and evil, pure and simple. And evil does not want us to tell the truth. And when we tell the truth, it's misinformation. No, Khalid, is not incompatible. It is not incompatible. We all have our faiths. We all have our beliefs. And we all believe in our governments. And our God helps us. Our God helps us. Religion is very important. And they go hand in hand because we have good and evil, pure and simple, good and evil. And what outdoes evil? Good. Plain and simple. It's just like darkness. What kills darkness? The light. Everything in this world goes hand in hand. We have one side and we have the other. Two things. Everything has its opposite. And one counteracts the other. Hot versus cold. Because heat conquers the cold. It all goes hand in hand. Good versus evil. It's a battle out there that we have to fight. Whether you believe in the supreme God or what what have you. Every religion says the same thing. Every religion says the same thing. Oh wow, I got a gift card. Click. I it it's up to us, our own morality, to deal with how we live. And where does morality come from? I thank goodness that our forefathers did put God forefront in our country because He is forefront in everything. Forefront in everything. It's the oldest religion in the world that I think, but there's many others that think other way, and they're entitled to it. That's the way the United States of America works. We have the freedom of religion. So whatever you are, it's okay. You do it without risk of being arrested for it. And that's the way I like it. You have the right to live your way, whatever you want to do, as long as it's legal. But we're losing it, folks. We're losing it. They're trying to take all that away from us. They want us to think their way and their way alone. And we just can't do it. We just cannot do it. It's, I tell you what, sometimes it feels like you're throwing it out there and it just nobody's hearing it. It's disappointing. It's frustrating. And I'm venting today. I'm venting today because I feel like, why bother? The devil. The devil's getting on me. Why bother, Carrie? You're useless. You ain't doing nothing. And if it's hitting me, how many other live streamers is it hitting? Think about it. Think about it. We have got to shout it out loud and keep it going. I know people are hearing it, but we got to do much, much more. Much, much more. That's very right, Janice. That's right on point. We have to have God for the moral foundation. a moral foundation on. In other words, we're lost in a sea of sin, a sea of wickedness. And wickedness will destroy our country and our world. You can see what's happening in other countries where they've already done it. Venezuela, for example. Everywhere you see that they've done what they're trying to do in the United States, everything has gone just totally chaotic. And I have friends that are from there, and they have people still there, and they're eating out of garbage, they're eating dead animals, they're whatever they can get. They're foragers, struggling to get something to eat. And that's a sad, sad situation. And we're facing it dead in the eyes. We're facing it dead in the eyes and laughing all the way. Nobody is listening. They don't want to see it. They just don't want to see it. I, I don't know how we can get the word across except for bring our numbers up. And us as the choir sing out to the whole world, each and every one of us. Each and every one of us should be on here. There should be 24 hours freedom on YouTube, Facebook, you name it, whatever social media platform there is. It should be out there everywhere where everybody can see it, not just a few here or there. I keep thinking, I don't want to go on, I don't want to step on everybody's time. But it's like I do. I have all my different things sitting here with my laptop and my phones, and I have other streamers on at the same time except for when I'm live. I watch two or three at the same time, multitask, and try to input. You're, oops, I double clicked instead of click. Yes, Lynn, you're right. You're right. We're seeing it, but we don't believe it. I don't understand. We see it happening all over the world, but we want to go the same way. And we have people that are staunch about doing this, thinking that the government will help them. The government's not going to help nobody except themselves. They might give you a few toaster leavings here and there. They might give you a little bit to make you feel like you're getting something, but all they're doing is trying to buy you off. Once they get their way, they're going to cut everything, or they won't be able to give it because they won't. Everything will go haywire. Who knows what will happen? Who knows whether the government will still exist? They don't even know. Who knows what will happen if we go on the path we're going on? None of us know. Not a single one of us know what will actually happen. But I know one thing, none of it will be good. No way any of it will come to good. It'll all go bad. And it will affect all of us, liberal, conservative, nationality, whatever we are. It will affect all of us. And that's the sad part. They don't think it will affect them. Not at all. But Khalid, I agree with you 100% except for one thing. The crimes in the Middle Ages was done by people, not by the Bible. They took the Bible and twisted it like a lot of faiths do and try to conquer the people with it. And that's what we want to strive against. We don't want to use the Bible against people. And in the Middle Ages, you're right. There were crimes done against the people, not by God, not by God. People using the Bible in the wrong way to bring about what they wanted. And that's the way our churches are going today. They are using the Bible, but they're twisting it to their own benefit. They want to make it look good that they're going with the government and doing what the government says and bring in drag queens as ministers and Sunday school teachers. And unfortunately, Christianity's the only faith that will let them do it. As we know, if something like that would happen in the Muslim faith, they would be executed. If it happened in Hindu or Buddhist, they would be ostracized and set aside. They wouldn't be allowed to speak in theirs. Christianity is the only one that lets things go and say it's in love. But they're not reading their Bible and they're not reading it correctly because God is love. We shouldn't be doing all this. There's going to be enemies, there's going to be wars, but it's not because of God, it's because of people in their own hearts, in their own hearts. And God's going to sit back and he's not going to help either side. They're going to fight it out and the winner will take it. That's my belief. When these wars are fought, it's not by God, and God's going to let us do, because we're the caretakers of this earth. God will help us if we're right. But I believe in wars and stuff that God just and the devil, both of them, just sit back and watch. Unfortunately, it would be nice if one side could be over the other, but that's not the way it is. That's not the way it is. We have our own choice, is the way I think about it. I might not be saying this right. Don't get me wrong, but you can research it yourself and think about it yourself. It's like everything in the world. God lets things happen. We're going to have tribulations, and that's part of our trials and tribulations. We have to do a lot of the work ourselves. We have to put on the full armor. We have to do it ourselves. We are the caretakers. We are in charge. And unfortunately, the devil rules this earth. He rules this earth, and it's up to us to keep him straight. There's a lot of things we can point at and point fingers at, but we are responsible. Not the Lord, not God, not your religion. It's us as individuals, caretakers of this earth. I hope I made that clear. I hope. Trying to read here. That is so true. So true, Janice. So true. But I tell you, folks, we got to quit pointing fingers at this and that. This and that is we're fighting good versus evil. Good versus evil, plain and simple. And we have to destroy the evil. And we can only do it on our own. God will help us. Oh, believe me, he will help us. But he said, we're in charge. When the Lord left, he left us in charge to take care of it until he come back. And right now, we are not taking care of it. We are not taking care of it at all. We're giving it away as fast as we can give it. It's I just can't say it enough. We have to get down on our knees and pray. Get down on our knees and pray and ask the Lord for our help. And he will help us. He'll help us. He won't, like I say, we're in charge of this world. It is up to us to be caretakers. He's not going to do it for us. He will help us find the way to do it, give us the knowledge to do it, but we have to do it. Think about it. That is for sure. Right? How are you doing? Good to see you here. But I tell you what, if we don't do it, we only have ourselves to blame. So come on, choir, let's get out there. Let's sing it out. I hate singing, preaching to the choir because all of us have to do our part. All of us have to get out there. I can't read fast enough. I'm gonna put this up for everybody to read. That's very good. Very good. We need to turn from our wicked ways, and we got to get going. We've got to get ourselves in gear. And I'm sitting. I'm tired of sitting back, watching what's going on, and people just throwing it off like, "Oh, no big deal," no big deal. We have to get out there and do a job. Just like waving flags Saturday at 1 p.m. Get out there and wave the flag somewhere. Somewhere where it can be seen, of course. And do it for 10, 15, 20 minutes if it's all you can do it. Or do it in front of your house. It don't matter. It don't matter. Get out there and fly that flag. And we need to have pictures of it all over social media. I mean, millions of posts. People out there waving their flags. And a good time is Saturday at 1 o'clock. Just get out there and do it. Get out there and show our love for our country if you love our country. I know we're disappointed in our country, but we still love our country. And we got to bring that love back and get rid of the disappointment. We need to change it. We need to change it. I'm telling you. We have things going on that we don't even know about. If we knew, we'd be madder and wet hornets. I'm telling you. But they don't. That's why they don't let us know. A lot of things going on. We need people out there watching for it. Everybody has a camera. See something suspicious, video it. We have to find out what's going on and know what's going on, along with everything else. It's just like the cattle, the milk cattle that were killed yesterday in Texas. I put down 18,000, but it was 1,800, and it cost $2,000. It was over each. It was over $1 million that was destroyed, and I don't know how you have an explosion at a milking farm, unless it's, I don't know, refrigeration or what have you. A lot of questions there. But guess what? Today there's nothing on it. Nothing at all. I went through all the regular news medias. I saw nothing else about it. No cause, no reason. And I put on a few chats explosive milk. I don't even know whether the refrigeration process would cause an explosion like that. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know. That's usually Freon. I don't think Freon's explosive. I'm not sure, but it could be. It could be. But we are the messengers. We are the town criers. Back in the Revolutionary Day, they had town criers. People that stood on the streets and gave all the information out. Basically, that's what we are as live streamers. We are the news. We are the town criers because our news medias will not give us the truth. None of them. None of them. And you have to do your own research. There's a lot of things going out there that are crazy. And a lot of the crazy could be true. A lot of stuff you hear could be true. But we have to decide for ourselves what's true or false and go through it ourselves and see what we believe. I'm not a conspiracist. I don't I I try to stay away from conspiracies, but there's a few conspiracies out there that are mighty interesting if you pay attention to them. Don't know. Don't know. But we can't wait back for something to come about. We have to watch. We have to watch our own back. Because believe me, the government's not doing it for us. The news isn't doing it for us. Nobody is doing it for us except for ourselves. So if you see something, report it, but make sure it's accurate. Make sure you document it. Make sure you get it out there. But we need people everywhere. We need people in these government buildings and offices, Patriots, to report what they see going on in these offices and government situations. I know there's not a lot of cameras in most of them, but they can report, more or less whistleblowers. Let us know what's going on. And a lot of us do work in situations like that. And we can report it without actually, what am I trying to say? We report it without actually getting in trouble. Let's do it legally. Folks, I'm telling you, we have got to do our jobs as stewards of this country. Can't say it anymore. Up to us. Up to us. And please, please help all these live streamers that are out there. If you can help, help. Get out there and do what you can. Everybody has a part in this. Everybody. Okay, Cleve. Yes, there's a lot of people responsible for things in history. A lot of things that everybody did wrong. Uh, America is starting to be the head of evil in the world. You are right there. But being descendants does not make us guilty. Just like we're not guilty for reparations for what happened during slavery, or what happened to the Irish during slavery, or what happened during the Middle Ages. We weren't there. We had no part of it. That is history. It's gone. It's in the past. We have to make ourselves good. Like I'm saying, stewards of this earth. We, the people, need to unite and clear up this evil. We can't do anything about history because it's gone, but we can learn it so we won't repeat it. And that's the key. We do not want to repeat the evil that has been done in the past, but it's repeating itself now. And you're very right. The Middle Ages is happening right here, right now. You are right. But we can't blame us as individuals for what happened back there. We just need to make sure that we do not repeat it and do it again. We can't allow our governments to do it again. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. We are doing it right now. And I'm telling you, we had to correct it. And whatever faith you believe in, pray that we don't do it again. Okay? Okay. Bug eaters, Middle Ages happening? Yes. What happened during the Middle Ages? It might be backwards from what's going on, but it's basically the same principle. It's all evil. It is all evil. In the Middle Ages, the churches went against the Muslims and fought what they call a holy war, and they made it according to the Bible and according to the Quran. Both sides were guilty as the other. Both religions fight against each other. Well, now we are fighting good versus evil, plain and simple, uh, mainly against Christianity. We can't fight our religions. We have to stand strong and do what's moral and just and good. We can't have religion fighting against religion. Inequality, we want equity. Here we go. We want equity. No, no, no. But if all goes on the way it's going, we will have feudalism because that's what they want. They want rich and they want poor. They want the haves and the have-nots. The elite want to run this country. They want to make us poor and subservient to them or slaves to them. They're trying to get back to feudalism. That's why this is more like the Middle Ages. They're trying to get back to that point in time. We can't let it happen. We can't go back to rich versus poor. Right now, it's more equal than I've ever seen it in my life because everyone has basically the same things in their homes, in their lives, what they're doing. The middle class is pretty good, but everybody has their fancy cell phones, their fancy smart TVs, their car, their home. Now, there's some of us that don't. There's some that can't do it, but they could do it. And we, they talk about racism, but I have seen real racism. But what they're trying to do is pit us one against the other so they keep us divided. That way they can drive us down and make us subservient. We can't let this happen. The working poor. Well, what do you need? What do you need in life? There's nobody, there's none of us privileged, no matter who we are, what race or color we are. There's nobody privileged. We all have to work for our living in some form or another. Some form or another, we have to work. There are some born with a silver spoon, so to speak, but most of us are not. Most of us are not. We can go on back and forth about this all day, but at this time, most of us, most of us are on a good foot. We can't complain. Hi Annie, how you doing? Everybody here? You can't complain. And if you're not out there trying to help the situation, you're part of the problem. It's all up to us as individuals where you're going. We don't owe other people their living. Everybody has the same opportunity to do the same thing. That's the thing about this country. Everybody has The opportunity to get ahead, whether you do it or not, is up to you as an individual, and you cannot get more equal than that. If you make everybody equal, nobody will try to do anything. And that'll bring a real bad society. Our wages will stay. Nobody will want to get ahead because everybody's equal. Status quo. We have to have competition. We have to have a goal. We have to have this in our lives. Otherwise, we won't go anywhere. We'll sit there and we'll just be. No ambition, no nothing. Is that how we want to live? Is that how you want to live? I don't think so. People just don't think it out. They don't think about it. Think about what would happen if everybody just quit trying. Are you thinking about it? What would happen if we just quit trying? If we just give up and say, take it, government, take it. We just sit back and say, give it. Okay, I'll take $200 a week. I'll sit back, I'll do nothing. And after the past 3 years, it's happening. You see it a lot. You see it. You see it everywhere. People, employers are begging for people to be hired. People don't want to work because they already got it. They're already getting it. Why work when the government will give it to you? Just stay status quo. Nothing will grow. Nothing will come out of it. Is that how we want to live? I don't think so. I don't think so. But that's true, Annie. That is true. And we are lying to ourselves. I'm retired too, bug eaters. I'm retired too, and I live on my Social Security. It's a long story, but I was ready for retirement and it went boom. So I'm living on the Social Security income. I pay my bills. I got it where I can pay my bills. If it's anything extra, I have to give them something else, or you know, I may have to go back to work. I may have to go back to work myself. Well, that's my fault. That's my fault. And but there's millions of us in the same situation. And who got us in this situation? The US government. Because they've never changed the Social Security plan to be like a 401k and get interest and make money on it. No, they want to give us less than 0.1% and give us like 800. Well, some people are getting 600 to $1,500 a month. It's crazy, ridiculous that they think that people we think we can live on it. With everything going up, it becomes impossible. But you know, they did start Social Security just as a springboard to help with retirement. But then it became pushed as retirement. Bamboozled a lot of people, just like your tax refund at the end of the year. Oh boy, that's a good savings plan, ain't it? You pay into us and you get something back at the end of the year. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. For sure. I Annie, I don't know whether we can move fast enough. It is coming so fast. Retired young, that's good. That's good that you could do that. I retired at 50, but I had to go back to work. And that was part of my problem. Part of my problem, kick myself in the butt. But you don't count on a lot of things in life. A lot of things come up, and a lot of people found out that the best laid plans don't always come to pass. I've talked in the past 2 weeks. I've talked to several people that have been through the same thing. You think you got it, you think you got it, boom, it's gone. That's life. That's life. We have to get up, dust ourselves off, and go again. Very good. I'm glad you can make investments. I'm glad you that they still allow us to make investments. But guess what? If it goes the way it's going, we're not going to be able to make those investments. Guaranteed. This is going to be one of the things that goes first is our investments, our ability to make money. Because why bring things down and keep investments out there? Mark my word. Remember, investments will be one of the things that'll go quick if they get on the ball and do what they want, which I hope they don't. I pray that they don't. That's right. God Almighty has the answers. He knows. And I'm praying that, and we all need to pray that He'll help us to conquer this situation and give us the means and the ways to do it. It still goes back to us. We have to do it. We have to do it. If you have your website or your YouTube page or whatever, go ahead and put your link up there. Put it up there so everybody can see it. Go to your page, spread it out, share it everywhere. Chaplain has his prayer and praise. It's not as political as mine. And I have my Jesus Lives group on, and I need to get back on it. It seems like Satan, every time I come to do my broadcast, something happens. It either my sinuses go haywire or my blood pressure skyrockets, and I put it off, and I'm gonna have to do something like combining them or something. But my Jesus Lives group, I try to go on and talk to people who are disenfranchised with churches, with the way people talk, how they drive people from church, and how to deal if you're in between churches or you don't have a church you can go to or can't find one that goes along with what you feel. And that's basically what I do on it. Because all this goes hand in hand, government and our faith and everything. It's all part of our life. It all goes together. I need to figure out a way to combine them because I'm burning the candle on both ends, along with all the other projects I'm involved in. But I'll figure it out. I'll do it. I'll do it. I pray the Lord, please forgive me, Lord. Please forgive me. I've done it again. Well, fortunately, last night, I took some time off. But I tell you what, we have got to spread the word to unite and to unite in God, unite in our freedom, unite in our faith, unite for our churches, unite for everything. Unite covers everything. If we're not united, we're going to fall and fall big time. We have to unite and stay united and stay on it. Not go to sleep, not get something accomplished and quit. We need to stay on it and stay strong. We have to do everything. Everything. All the freedom fighters, they're putting up the links on there. United, not divided. Not divided. You got to keep her going. Keep her going. So important. So important. And one thing we can do instead of jumping back and forth is stay when somebody's on, no matter who they are, watch it. Even if you have to watch it on two devices, because all of us have one or two, or a computer or a laptop. You can watch it on all of them. Watch these streamers and watch it all the way through. They work hard to give you what they're saying, and if you're on there 10 minutes and skip away, you're gonna miss it. You might catch some of it, but you need to get the whole message, or possibly you might get the wrong idea. You might hear something. You might only get part of it. And if you go and tell it somewhere else, you might spread falsehoods. But watch the whole thing. Pay attention to what they say. Pay attention how they believe. And pass it on to everybody. Pass it on to everybody. We are the messengers. We are the town criers. Each and every one of us. Let's get the truth out. Let's get the knowledge out that we know. Let's tell it like it is, not lie to people like we're getting from other sources. Let's get it all, tell it all, and bring this country back to the glorious country it once was. It's like mega. They made mega a bad word. How can make America great again be a bad word? Why would you not want to make America great? Period. Why? You want it to be bad? It will be MABA, make America bad again. Is that what they want? They don't want it to be great. They want MABA. Well, let me tell you, I've seen America great. I have seen America great. It might not be the greatest, but I've seen it great. But at the time, yes, no, it's greatest because there has never, ever been anybody better or greater than the United States of America in the history of civilization. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I keep saying again, no, that was Michelle Obama's idea that have never been great. This country has been great and will be greater if we stand by our principles and make it greater. I am so sorry, but I'm passionate about this. We have been the greatest country ever in civilization. And like I said, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I'm not mad. I'm just being, whoa, make America great again because we have been greater in our past days. We've done some wrong. We've done some injustices, but every country has its growing pains. And we are just over 200 years old. We are a fairly new civilization here. We have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. And we have to keep it great and make it greater. And who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Us. We have to do it. It just riles me. It's all of our news headlines and everything. Of course, you can't believe the news, but all the news headlines: hostile conservative or frustrated conservative, or always some kind of adverb or whatever to make it look like, oh, this is a bad guy. This is a bad person because they're frustrated. The way they word things, everything, every title on the news agency that's either far right. You never see anything about liberal or far left. Everybody's far right. And I was watching Vern earlier talking about how we make a martyr out of a transgender that goes out and kills. Oh Lord, it was the conservatives that made him pick up that gun and go up and shoot up a school. Give me a break. How can we make the trans that are doing these criminal activities the victims? How can we make them the victims? They are the criminals. They are doing the acts. They are doing it on their own tuition. How can it be our fault if they think they have to go out and do away with children because we don't like the way they dress? I just don't understand it. And then blame us for it. And then they want to take away our guns, which is what I was going to talk about earlier. They want to take away our guns. And I've said this many times. I have never seen a gun get up and walk and shoot something. I've never seen a gun fly through the air on its own self and shoot anything. I have never seen a gun move on its own, or archery, a bow and arrow, or knife, or anything inanimate. I have never seen anything like that work on its own. The person behind it's what does it. You can take a knife and you can butcher a cattle or cut up meat to eat. But then you can take it and stab somebody and be a criminal. You can take a gun, protect yourself, or you could just take it out to slaughter people, which is evil. But you are the one behind it. You are the one doing it. And the Second Amendment was made to tell the government, we have this right, in case you go wrong, we have this right to take care of you. And that's exactly what it means. That's why it's there. If the government goes off and does its thing and tries to hold us down and keep us back and illegally enslave us, we have that right to use our firearms. It's not for hunting, not for just everyday protection, but protection against a tyrant government. That's why it's there. It has nothing to do with hunting. And then they take a gun or a weapon. If it looks like a military, it's an assault rifle. But all it is bling and shine. It's bling and shine. It is no stronger than a handgun or any other regular caliber rifles. You can take a rifle and make it look like a military weapon anytime, but it doesn't make it any stronger. Every weapon has potential to be lethal, has the potential to be lethal. And if they take the guns away from the good people, it'll be all the bad people who have them. And believe me, there's a lot of illegal weapons out there in the wrong hands. They get them every day, every day. No law in the world will stop what they have out there. Nothing. Nothing. We need to get off of it and find the problem in our mental health system. Find out what we could do to help this mental problem that's going around the country. And believe me, it's going around the country. Whether it's brought on by somebody else's hand, being put on them, who knows? A lot of theories going on about that. Why can't we have help for the mental and do it in a kind, good manner, not treat them like they're prisoners? I don't know, but that's up to us. That's why we're here. That's why we're fighting. That's what we're fighting for, to find answers, to do things that are right. People can get their own tanks and stuff, but not nukes. I can understand the nukes because nukes would be serious in any hand. Nukes are serious even in the government's hands. As far as tanks and everything, there are people they can buy tanks. I mean, there's ways to do it. It should be. I agree. It should be legal. Bio aircraft, what have you, should be legal. But that's not it wasn't in the Constitution. But what does arms cover? That's the question. What all does arms cover? It says militia, so that means militia is war or act of war, whatever. Militia is used to defend the country. So we defend ourselves in the best way we can, in whatever way we can. And I would say that would include the tanks and everything else, except for nukes and things that would destroy the world. At a certain point, you have to cut it off. We don't even want our government to have nukes. And you are so right, Annie. You are so right. They are really inciting violence, along with trying to keep us separated. The violence comes along with it, as we saw last summer out west. They are inciting all of it, guaranteed. Guaranteed. The money is being passed through them. The money is being passed on to bring on this violence, to keep us separated, to keep us on the edge, to keep us, you name it. They're using it. Everything. They are using everything in their power to keep us enslaved and beholden to them. Beholden to them. And we'll probably see a lot more. Exactly. Exactly. trying to read. Sorry. That is true, Khalid. Our movies, unfortunately, put us in the state of mind for a lot of people doing what they're doing, and and our video games and everything, our whole media cycle puts us, leaves us, tries to teach us the mentality to do these things, and it is pure wrong, pure wrong. We have to band together, say enough's enough. I'm not going to take it anymore. Yep, you're right, Chaplain. Exactly. They're trying to steer us in a direction that we should not go. A lot of social and fringe hate groups, a lot out there trying to tell us that we're all wrong, that we're all nuts, we're all crazy, we don't know what we're talking about. Poo poo, you know. What do you mean? We haven't lost our freedoms. Boy, what do they know? I'm telling you, it's a sad day. It's a sad day to see what's going on now. But I'm going to hop off of here. I know there's a few other live streamers on, and give them a chance. I hope you all have a good weekend. If anything comes around, I'll come on during the weekend, but usually I don't. I'll do my flag wave at 1 o'clock on Saturday and post it. Maybe I'll maybe participate in some chats around everywhere. More than likely, I'm reporting like everybody else with my phone up there, my uh, watching it. But I try to help everybody. If you need help, let me know. Let me know. I'm here. I'm here. And you know somebody needs help with whatever their programs or their StreamYard or whatever, help them out. Help them out. Don't keep everything to yourself. There's some of the streamers that like to keep everything to themselves, like they're hoarding their ideas and what they're doing. That's not how we should be. We should help each other out. If you have a problem or they have a problem, help them out. Teach them. Teach them how to do it. Let's get this word out. I know there's 350 billion people in the United States of America. We could have millions of live streamers and never hurt nothing. Never hurt nothing. Or we could all live stream, all 350 billion. We might mess up the internet, blow it up, but we can do it. Get out there and do it. Whatever you can in every way. Yeah, let's have a Make America Great Again weekend. And everybody, God bless you. God bless America. God bless our troops. God bless you. I love each and every one of you guys, each and every one of you. Every one of you. All Patriots here. Love you guys. Let's get out there and let's do it. Bye, all.